welcome to the Academy Showcase, where we have FlyQuest Academy versus 100 Thieves Academy. Let's take a look at the starting rosters. Selecting the blue side is FlyQuest Academy. Their top laner, Revenge, in the jungle is Fnatic. Triple in mid, Mash in the bot lane with support JJ and Coach Kopp.
Facing them on the red side today is going to be 100 Thieves Academy. In the top lane will be Fake God. In the jungle is Contracts. Mid laner Soligo. Bot and support going to be Prismal alongside Breezy with Coach Kelly Moser.
Yep, gonna be some exciting stuff right here. I am very hyped for the support on 100 Thieves. That man right there, Breezy, I think has been very good all split long.
Yeah, I think he's been playing very, very well. He's been bringing out some unique picks too, which is pretty cool. You know, we did have the Senna support, we had the Lulu support, we have had, you know, some really impressive recon games. So he has been flexible, he has been proactive, and I think he's really kind of checking all the boxes that you would want from a young support player in Academy.
Yeah, if I'm picking one player to come in and be a starting rookie in the next year, this is my #1 pick right now. Sure, you've got all the Dignitas guys who've already had their LCS exposure. This guy is my hot prospect. I want to see this guy up in the big stage in an LCS team within the next 12 months. I think that's going to be in his future here. On the opposite side, though, we've got JJ, who has been pretty solid. The overall bot lane, I think, for FlyQuest has been one of their bright points, and I think they should match up well here against Prismal and Breezy.
Yeah, I do think they have been pretty solid, but FlyQuest has been struggling. They've lost 4 of their last 5, and they are looking to try to rebound here today and put an end to their losing ways against 100 Thieves.
We'll see what does come through as they start the picks and the bans, and it's actually been interesting. Almost every Academy team has a record that very closely mirrors their LCS team. Only exception being Dignitas and Cloud9 swap spots. Otherwise, they have almost identical records. Jungle Band's coming through on the contracts. He's also been a pretty bright, bright point for this squad. I think there's a lot of player skill on 100 Thieves. I think it just needs a little bit more time to come together, but I think they are a sort of top squad overall.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of guys who basically have LCS talent and were in the LCS. I mean, Fake God was in the LCS last split. Soligo was in the LCS last split. Contracts has spent a lot of time in the LCS,
yep,
right? Trying to work back towards that. So a lot of jungle bans coming out across the board here. One of the things I've really been enjoying with Academy is I do think that we have more teams that are willing to kind of try crazy stuff, that are willing to be flexible and, you know, really kind of swing for the fences sometimes with team comps.
Yeah, I mean, they had Ornn Senna last game, right, on 100 Thieves side. Like, I love that, right? That's exciting. So we'll see if that comes through. I do think Senna's support is viable. So it would be fun to see Breezy play more range support. I think it's actually one of his strong points is one final ban can come through, and then we'll see what comes in.
Yeah, especially I think when people are blinding things like Ornn or Tom Kench, you know, getting first picked, as we have seen from time to time, there is the ability to punish those with Enchanter support, with Mage support, you know, and really kind of play more heavily for lane. We just are coming off that EG game where we saw Yuumi and Lucian dominating the lane against Ezreal and Braum. Will be that first pick set though, and we do know it is flexible. There's the possibility of it going, you know, multiple lanes here. Could be jungle, could be top, but it is actually the first set play for FlyQuest Academy this split.
It should look pretty good for them, and yeah, anytime you see set, you really do often see this bot lane come through because you have a guaranteed heavy front line who's going to be very durable to survive any team fight, so you just throw DPS behind it, and you're going to have a lot of this triple Vestian comp. I think it's a very, very good blue or red side draft. Grab all 3 champions, and you tend to look good in almost any team fight.
Wouldn't be surprised to see something like Leona coming through. Leona, very popular in the meta, isn't banned, also considered really strong into Xayah Rakan. That alongside the Sejuani would give you some really strong engage. It is instead going to be the Nautilus. We are assuming that is support. Yeah, still really, really good engage. The matchup I don't think is as advantageous, you know, in this kind of interactions against Rakan as the Leona one, but still you have great gank setup, so much lockdown, you know, between the passive root, you know, all the knockups as well as, you know, all the applications of slows and stuns coming out from Sejuani.
Yeah, it's interesting to me because this Breezy is one of the players that I would actually expect to play Morgana sometimes and sort of counter-engage the Rakan. If he doesn't get the knockup, you don't have a shock on, you land the bind, he's stuck there with no HP. But yeah, gonna play one of, you know, a very few tank supports that Breezy has played. Tends to actually be more in the ranged component. And so we'll see how well he does in this one because I have liked his Lulu, I like his Senna.
Yeah, I mean, he has played 1 game of ROM, 1 game of TK. It is actually his first Nautilus pick so far this split. So bringing out another champion here to add to his repertoire, and We'll have to see how he does do on it. But yeah, I mean, I tend to agree. It's one of those things that sometimes, you know, even if something is really, really strong in the meta, you love to see, you know, your big kind of star players playing playmakers, being able to be proactive.
Sure.
And you know, he will be able to be pretty proactive on this champion, you know, looking to start a lot of the fights. And Fake God should be able to follow up on, or rather, the Aphelios should be able to follow up on a lot of that.
Should look pretty good in team fights, but we'll see if he can out-damage Azaya, who's going to look pretty good as well. Renekton dropped off. We're going to see what the counterpick into the top lane set is going to be. Expecting, again, top lane set, though, as we know, it can move around. Wait to see if Fnatic might play that himself. Aatrox, kind of the expected pick to go through. And now we got to wait to see what their mid laner's going to be, and we get to see FlyQuest pick jungle mid, most likely.
Yeah, Aatrox is just kind of good into everything. You know, it's such a stable pick. It's not really heavily punished by many things that people are willing to play in the meta these days. You know, people talk about some of the more risky picks that can punish. Karthus, I think, you know, is really, really strong. We have been seeing it in some of the other regions.
Yes!
It is coming out, and especially with the experience buff on 10.3, Karthus got even better. This is a guy that wants to power farm, that wants to go late, and Sejuani is not the champion to punish, right? This is not like you're going up against a Lee Sin or an Olaf who's going to be in your face, who's going to be invading you and killing you off. Karthus should match up fine against that Sejuani in the early stages, be able to scale, be able to look for level 6, and try to get aggressive there later on. So this is interesting. So that is going to be potentially a flex. You know, we could see the Lucian top 2. Sure. It is surprising to see like a blind Lucian mid. That is why I'm thinking that
so there's 5% that Karthus still mid, set jungles and Lucian tops. Like all three can kind of play almost any combination of those lanes. I think it's most likely Lucian mid with set top and Karthus in the jungle. And I think that's what we're going to be picking around. Cassiopeia comes into the Lucian, most likely.
I do think you could still go set mid though if you want to try to abuse top lane, you know, with this Lucian and the Aatrox. Lucian blind just is very surprising to me as a mid laner. It is a pick that you have to really kind of dominate early generally to have the same kind of effectiveness that your opponents are going to have. It is looking like it will be in Triple's hands. But I mean, if you're going Ignite Lucian, unless you feel that you kind of like solo dominate this lane, Lucian Karthus does not have a tremendous amount of lockdown to actually take out Celigo. And if the Cassio is able to scale up and just kind of go even in this lane, that is going to look very, very good for Celigo.
All right, exciting stuff right here. I want to kind of spend some more time looking at this FlyQuest composition because I think about engage tools, where they've got it with Rakan. He's actually one of the more reliable options right there. Set generally has pretty decent follow-up. Like, they have a front line, and they have a very aggressive back line. Double marksman plus a Karthus. The damage is there, the CC is there, the damage profile is there. One of the big weaknesses of double marksman is often you are lacking magic, but Karthus should not be one that lacks the damage profile. This could look very, very good. I like the draft for FlyQuest. I think there's a lot of elements that can work really well here.
Yeah, I agree. I think likewise on the other side, though, it's a pretty strong composition that has been drafted. A lot of frontline, very heavy engage with the Sejuani as well as the Nautilus, Cassio, and Aphelios. Your mixed damage profile there for the carries, looking to be able to follow up and kind of continue that forward.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, a lot of my eyes are really going to be on Lucian and Karthus. I do think so much of how this game is going to go is going to be dependent on how they are playing. If Karthus gets way too behind in the early stage, you lose that magic damage threat. And likewise, if Lucian isn't able to punish the Cassio, I do think it can be tough to have the same kind of effect as that Cassiopeia later on in the game, where Miasma is so effective against a lot of these champions.
Absolutely. Well, we are to the Rift, and we'll see who can take this win. FlyQuest currently 1 game behind 100 Thieves in the LCS Academy Season 2020. Prism making the only slightly different choice I've seen, which is actually going Conqueror on Aphelios. I tend to see press the attack more often, especially because you tend to harass. You get the 3 sniper autos pretty easily, but I'm not sure they actually have the stronger 2-on-2 in the early laning phase.
Yeah, it is interesting, but you can see how defensive the FlyQuest bot lane setup is for the summoners. There is no Ignite. This is Barrier, Heal, Guardian, right? So that is about as defensive as you can get if you are looking to keep your marksman player alive here. Mash, in this case, you know, if he is going to be getting engaged upon, will have a tremendous amount coming through from that rune, as well as the double defensive summons.
That's going to mean JJ's, of course, very squishy if he does go in, and that can always be a threat when Cassiopeia can ground you at almost any range. And so we'll see how that plays out, but otherwise, nothing too stellar happening early game.
Yeah, Guardian, I just think is such a strong rune.
Very good.
It is kind of picking up popularity, but even amongst champions, like people are like, yeah, you're a tank. Guardian seems okay against poke. But even on lots of enchanters, even on lots of mages, it is actually very, very effective. You know, it's the highest win rate on things like Bard, on Morgana, even on champions like Janna and Nami, it's often very high win rate because, you know, it's so easy to actually have it apply. You know, and it's just like set it and forget it. You don't have to do anything with it for it to be effective, and it really does help to deny a lot of potential all-ins, not only on you, but on your lane partner.
Absolutely. So Migling is pushed in very early on. It's going to be 1 CS drop here for Soligo, but perfect CS so far for Triple at the very start here. Again, looking for the engage. Nice route there, and Breezy gets some damage across. JJ forced to walk backwards as the wave is pushed in. It looks like a little bit of XP was lost for the FlyQuest side as they are waiting to now knock down the second wave here and get level 2.
Yeah, Soligo dropping a few more CS. You know, he has missed about 3 thus far on these first couple waves. These guys are kind of trading back and forth pretty heavily. The Corrupting Potion will start pretty nice. It is going to be phase rush here towards Soligo. So, you know, one of the things about Cassio in lane that can be very important if you're playing against an aggressive lane really is mana management, because you have the ability to trade incredibly powerfully when you are spamming out that Twin Fangs. If you land your poison, it's really, really strong. But you know, in the early levels, it's also very easy if you're a bit over aggressive with it to just run out of mana and kind of get out-sustained by someone like a Lucian who's going to be able to, you know, really outperform you if you do run out.
All right, now just the power clear. You can see actually a 2-camp lead right now for the Carthage, which is really at expectation to be on Krugs by 3 minutes and, you know, knock everything down. Another engage now on the bottom side. And this time, JJ jumps back in time to not be rooted up by Breezy.
I mean, that lead is extending because he's done a 6-camp clear, and this is the 4th camp that's being done right now for Contracts. So he's already fully cleared.
They're
he's
baiting the fight.
4.
Well, the jungler's in range in about 5 seconds, but for now, Fnatic gets to get 3 damage across. Nice anchor gets them away. Still some poke lands. Fnatic very comfortable here and should be able to contest Contracts if his mid's doing okay.
I think it's going to be gone. He'll probably just smite it away at first, but that should mean that they will be able to grab that topside scuttle. And again, I mean, this is kind of the power of Karthus. If you're clearing properly, you clear so damn fast.
Big damage. Root comes over, knock up here as well, and now they got to be careful of what the re-engage might be as they're going to find their route. They could go for the flash Q. Don't even need to flash. There's just no what? Why is your flash that late? First blood comes through for Contract.
Yeah, Mash gonna get punished there. Nice Gravitum root, but the passive root from Nautilus, Sejuani coming through. Mash needed to flash way earlier than that. Failed to do so, and then once he was already essentially guaranteed to die, he wastes that flash as well, and that's both their defensive summoners. I talked about how they're setting up to have every advantage to try to survive with barrier, heal, guardian, everything. They used it all, and they still died.
Fnatic has a jungle at respawn, but first goes to poke the top side. But hey, there's a Grop to farm. There's a Grop to farm, Fnatic. Get that gold per minute up. Get that XP. Take over this game. And did spend time, you know, ganked bot lane, walked all the way to top side. Hasn't even shopped yet, but has regen the mana, and he's back to Gromp now.
Yeah, and has the camps to return to, right? He did topside scuttle, then look for a gank, you know, and then retreat back towards the jungle. This is something that a lot of pro junglers like to talk about, is pressure and then farm. You know, go look for that, and then you can kind of retreat back. Mash gets hooked here. Does decide to blow that barrier fairly earlier. The barrier really does not get much
damage
because, you know, he used it after most of the damage had come through, and then it expired here, just getting CC'd up. Flashes out, does go down, so pretty poorly timed summoners on both accounts, honestly, from Mash. That is the thing with barrier, you know, heal, you just press it and it does something for you. Barrier has to be timed with the incoming damage to get the most out of it.
Ooh, this could be good. Breezy, can he guess the anchor? Triple waits to see it, then dashes away. Able to get away from that gank. That could have been scary. Equal farm right now in the mid lane, basically. Is now top lane, is fighting back and forth. Revenge gets these number of shots across. No ulti, though. Gets the non-true damage part of the W. Good hit there.
Yeah, this can be a tough matchup for Aatrox, especially early on. Set really does love to brawl with these types of champions. It's kind of more to Aatrox to kind of wear you down and poke you down as you get more CDR, as you know, rely more on those spell casts. But if it comes straight to autos versus autos, Set almost always going to win out in that regard.
And you can see kind of Thieves up 500 gold now as a squad. As you mentioned, the Revenge is winning his lane matchup, is doing a good job brawling and up a bit of farm there. But elsewhere, it's obviously quite nice. The first blood kill in the bottom lane, 3v2 is quite good.
Yeah, that's a big one. Good things also happening for Soligo here in the mid lane. Really not very far behind as far as the CS department goes. He is already based, Triple has not. He got the full tier buy, which is a really big amount of gold to be able to hit there for Cassio. Does relieve so many of your mana problems. And Saligo, I think, looking good through these early minutes. Triple really has not been able to get too much done. And because he did have to swap over the cleanse, due to all the CC that is available between Sejuani and Cassio, he's going to have a lot less kill threat. And again, if you are just kind of farming evenly as a Lucian against that Cassio, well, Cassio's getting more out of it.
Yep, gonna look pretty good as he keeps stacking that one up. You want Lucian to be the lane bully, and it's not quite that so far. Ward goes down, bottom river controlled somewhat, but there's a control ward there that 100 Thieves might have to deal with. Then it took a second recall, grabbed some more jungle components, but honestly has not been outfarming contracts. They're actually tied in camp score right now. Some of that respawn time has been kind of left to languish as the ganks couldn't quite work for the Karthus. And now Contracts, after killing the ward, will go for this Mountain Drake. So far, so good. No one's contesting him. The bot lane's pushed. In fact, the FlyQuest bot lane recalls, and Karthus nowhere to be seen. So Mountain Drake will go to 100 Thieves. And they got to feel pretty good about this early game.
Yeah, I mean, you have the Nautilus, you have the Sejuani. There could be some resistances built up between those two champions for sure. And then obviously some smaller amounts going to be gained, you know, by Aatrox and some of the other champions. But you can see down here in the bot lane, it is just kind of this Doran's Blade arms race. Both guys indexing very heavily on the early game, trying to have that power. And it also makes it so much more difficult to actually all in when you do have all of this bonus health from those Doran's items.
Fight the bottom side. Anchor almost lands, pivot an opening onto JJ, but can't quite get that one there. Is the turret damage still coming across? 2 plates taken down. Prismal and Breezy really doing very well down here.
Yeah, they've looked great. I mean, they got that kill for themselves alongside the help from Contracts and have been able to use that to get a CS advantage, punish these plates. Multiple plates are down, control for that bottom side, be able to grab the dragon too. And it is Saligo feeling like he's kind of just taking control of this mid lane more and more. Fnatic, you know, meanwhile, is kind of just scaling up, and hopefully for him, we'll be able to have a big impact in some of these cross-map fights utilizing the Alpha.
Farming and farming. Fake God looking for the trade, doesn't find another revenge. As the wave pushing now back down towards the set. Temporarily equal in CS, 3 more to farm. And Revenge gets it within 2. And now a Herald goes up as well. It's 100 Thieves who are just getting a lot more done. Fnatic is able to farm, but Contract's finding more to do. Saligo running out of health. Triplo's running away. And Saligo, the ulti is on. Dark Harvest, the flash! But he might have been dead anyway. Either way, kill comes across. Now the attempt to stop this one. Looks like it was smited away successfully. Contracts grabs it, looks secure over the wall, gets to safety. Herald for a kill, not too bad overall.
Yeah, not too bad, but it does cost them their summoner on the jungler. Also, you know, his double sums used on both mid laners. It's the heal used on JJ. So a bit more committed. And you also have to remember how long the Karthus ultimate is in the early stages of the game. 170 seconds at this point, so nearly a 3-minute cooldown there. Is fairly costly, but FlyQuest, I think, going to be happy about grabbing that first kill, especially for it going to the Karthus, grabbing a Dark Harvest stack, and trying to work up towards a really strong part of the game.
Slowly but surely he'll get his way to the items, as we can watch that mid lane start again.
Yeah, so here this is one more time. It's, you know, multi-man collapse. Saligo playing towards the top side because his jungler is up there doing that Rift Herald. The stun does land from that ultimate over onto Triple, and I think this would have been a kill, you know, with the Dark Harvest and no more heal available, but wanted to make sure of it, so Triple does flash in, land that Q damage, and Karthus not going to be denied.
Yeah, still gets the kill, still gets the harvest. But the worst one, they flash to secure a kill that you just get nothing out of, and you're like, but I...
Got, and you waste your ult.
Yeah, it's like you're running Ultimate Hunter and whatever. It's like, come on, dude, just like, let me in on that one. In this case, Ravenous Hunter, but still, it's still a stack that he would have been denied, so... you know, at least getting that farm going, gets the gank off, it ties, or at least gets the game closer in gold, but this bot lane, likely to fall, honestly, under 3k left on the turret. These shots coming in.
Yeah, Saligo's even cheating down. He actually is going to be able to cut off Triple, so Triple could be in trouble here.
A lot of trouble, has to keep running away, takes down to 40% health, clears away some of the chickens, but that is turret gone. That is Anchor landing, big damage here. Ult comes across, forced the ult out of the AD carry, but it's still a 1 for 0. Breezy flashes get away from the root now as well. The re-engage coming across, looking for a kill. A set comes over, dunks him in. Nicely done. That's 2 kills picked up, and Harvests in for Fnatic.
That was a great turnaround from Revenge. Got a lot done with that teleport. Utilizing the cooldowns perfectly, to be honest, to be able to actually clap them together, pull Prismal back in, guarantee another kill for their team. But meanwhile, on the top side, you know, it is going to be Fake God, likely getting a plate or 2. They did get the entire turret down on that bot side, so despite the fact that FlyQuest do get some kills back, Under Thieves still going to be feeling pretty happy about the overall play. Cassio cutting off Illusion was great. Then the immediate burst on JJ, he is just gone. Breezy, I think, was a poor stopwatch there because the ultimate was already used, and the stopwatch actually just kind of bought time for multiple members to come in and catch up on top of him. If he uses Flash early, maybe there's more of a chance to get out. Prismo also, I think, just not anticipating how quickly Revenge would close the gap there, utilizing the Flash, utilizing the face breaker. And Prismo wasn't able to get his Flash out either.
Sure. Well, it makes the game a lot more interesting, though, because 100 Thieves were walking away with it with how much bot lane pressure they had and all the neutrals they were stacking up. And they'd already charged in the Herald. They got that first turret out of it. Well done to them, but 800 gold difference and money on the Karthus, definitely valuable. Has the enchant plus the upgrade boots. To be fair, that's the same mark that Contracts has, so it's not that big of a difference between those roles. Actual money difference, only 300. Again, turret gold being a lot of Contracts' extra income here. And we'll see now what can come through afterwards.
Yeah. And to be fair, I mean, the advantage right now is in the Amptone plus the Darkseal, right? Because he has these bonus items that is going to be a decent amount of AP. They are looking to potentially start up this Dragon, as 100 Thieves do have the edge in that regard. Here goes JJ.
Oh, just to the wall as Contracts not charmed away, and that's ulti down, but the re-engage triple is completely gone, and FlyQuest forced to run away. A double root comes in, but Contracts is right in range. Ulti's up in a second, finds the first stun, and here comes the next one. They're going to get this knock-up. They're going to get a lot of chase down as they're pulled right back in. Fnatic falls. They're going to hope Contracts can drop. Ulti is in, but he'll survive this one.
Yeah, he's going to be fine. They're going to grab the Dragon, so 100 Thieves just playing that fight so much better, avoiding the engage coming through from JJ, then Triple caught out, separated from the team. He gets hooked by Breezy, knocked down. Multiple kills going the way of 100 Thieves and the Dragon, so right back into control of this one.
There we are, double Drake, 1,000 gold, it's actually 2,500 gold now ahead.
Yeah, so this is one more time. And JJ is seen fairly early on in this one because he doesn't want to actually commit the flash. So he kind of just pops the ult early to get rid of that delay between the ult and W, then runs around the wall, but Contract spots him, easily able to hop over the wall. Once that ultimate is gone, the culling is gone. You know, we saw Triple was trying to move into a position to get a culling on that angle, expecting JJ would land his ult. He wasn't able to do so. Breezy punishes. Just a nice layering of CC there from Contracts, as well as Fake God. Knocked down multiple members.
Contracts juking one of the Qs on the way out. Make sure to take lethal damage afterwards, and an important cooldown missing. So 100 Thieves feeling very good, looking to go 5-3. Move towards the top third of the standings as they again push in, look for someone to knock down, looking to take over the top jungle and easily kill the wards and start taking control of this game some more.
Yeah, they could also potentially look to grab another Rift Herald if that's in the spawn before Baron. I think they should have enough time.
Yeah.
Look towards that. Just kind of extending their advantage. You know, there are some things working though for FlyQuest. It is going to be the Trinity Force build that Revenge is actually working towards. So this is a bit of a later power spike, but it is a very, very strong item for a set. I actually like it a lot more than Black Cleaver on him. The attack speed I think is very, very valuable. And as someone who has these short cooldown abilities, you're actually getting quite a lot out of the Trinity Force Sheen proc too. So can be quite nice. We'll see if that's going to be able to make any sort of difference in a side lane, though. Looking
at Contract at half HP, gets the aftershock down, but JJ might find the re-engage, goes and doesn't find Breezy.
Here's Big
Here comes the rest of the squad. They are surrounded. This could be so much damage for 100 Thieves. Contracts gets away. Fnatic is already gone. Punch comes in for Fnatic, but there's no follow-up at all. 100 Thieves walking over their opponents.
That was a great flank from Fake God, though. The TP utilized there comes through, and again, JJ just not able to find these engages very well. He looks for it, drops the ultimate, but not able to really catch up to anyone and find that proper engage. 100 Thieves disengaging, and once their Recon ulti is down, it feels like they're pretty decent pickings for a re-engage. Just getting wiped off the map, and this could be mid-lane turret too.
A lot of damage. There's not a lot of defense here. They can go for a bit of wave clear, and turns out 100 Thieves is going to play it a bit more safely. They grab that second Herald nice and early. And they should be able to knock down another turret with this one. Already up 3 kills, about to be up 2 turrets.
3,500 gold the lead. Let's watch this one more time. JJ does look for the engage, but not really able to catch up to anyone. Tries to turn around for Breezy. He gets stepped behind too. The Infernum ultimate coming across from Prismal there, getting a lot of AoE damage down. But really the fight felt like it was about the flank from Fake God, from Soligo. Karthus isolated, knocked down. And Revenge quick to fall there as well.
huge item spike difference here in the bottom lane. Prismal already has the Essence Reaver, upgraded boots, and just on towards the next one. Looks like it'll be Hurricane's second item for him. Delay the IE a little bit longer there. Is it still just components for Mash as he leaves base? And we have a minute and a half till the Ocean Drake comes up. 100 Thieves have completely retained control of the bottom side of the map.
Yeah, I mean, the gold is really where you want it for 100 Thieves, right? You have an 800 or so gold lead for the Casio. You have a nearly 1,300 gold lead for Prismal. Both their carries very, very strong. The Stone Plate's going to be completed here pretty soon for Breezy, which is going to make him incredibly hard to deal with. Contracts, I would assume, is just going to go Warmog second.
The fog. Oh, that's the route into the front line. Goes Rakan, and Triple will live. He stays alive here. Is there going to be a re-engagement as the TP comes in? Revenge not in range of anyone. Won't get near Revenge for this one as his teammates are down a couple summoners.
Yeah, just another solid disengage from 100 Thieves. They don't overcommit on the look. They do begin the fight. They get out the cleanse. They get out the teleport. They back it up.
Yep.
And are able to easily disengage that one while FakeGod continues to push. And that is now TP advantage gone for FlyQuest.
And it still holds a 3,500 gold lead as they can send FakeGod to the bottom lane. His TP is still 3 minutes away, but when it's up, it won't be for Revenge. And now again, some poke towards Breezy. Decent damage there, but Triple still gets a shot once from Prismal as the Herald is summoned. The turtle go low. Won't die just yet. And there's more pushing happens. Now the flash follow. FakeGod wants in the flash! Oh. Lands the third Q. The dunk for Revenge. Tries to get away. Flashing out for dear life. He survives. But again, it's 100 Thieves still getting more.
Yeah, that's 3 flashes off of FlyQuest members trying to get out of there for just the 1 flash on FakeGod. In addition to the kill, in addition to the map pressure, Revenge has to get out of there, so this is going to be, oh my god, that engage from Casio!
Sets up what they needed. Kill number 1 about to come through. They get it indeed. The second one drops as well. Ulti might kill Breezy. Now the shield comes down. FlyQuest cannot buy a break.
Yeah, they are just getting decimated in this one. The Ocean Dragon to follow it up. They got a turret off that. They got multiple kills off that. 100 Thieves just feel like they are in complete control, and insult to injury, Soligo will grab the blue buff for himself here. It feels like there's not been much of an answer for FlyQuest. They didn't really get much out of their lanes. They were kind of even or behind across the board.
Yeah.
And they're just getting out-executed when it comes to these team fights. The good poke to start it off, and Contracts and Soligo looking for this flank. Soligo, Flash, Miasma, ultimate, catches JJ on his ulti engage there. JJ has been having a bit of a rough one, not able to find the engages, and again getting pinned down and blown up very, very quickly.
And that's got to be really unfortunate, you know, because they had the engage. As you mentioned, JJ is, he's the one. He's the one who's going to lead the charge, right? That's the Rakan. And could not quite get to his targets. There's so many. I've seen now 2 RWs that couldn't quite get the target. So unfortunately, they couldn't get the fights on their terms here, FlyQuest. And the follow-through just, of course, then doesn't exist. Their kills came off the back of defending a tower dive. And it was a good defense. It was a good TP by Revenge. And, you know, they cleaned up nicely. But otherwise, it's all 100 Thieves getting something better out of every fight.
Yeah, and I mean, the hope for FlyQuest is really, all right, guys, let's look towards late. Let's look towards Xayah. Let's look towards this Karthus. Hope that we can kind of hit a point where they can potentially take over in a team fight if you get that right execution, but they are so far behind their opponents now. The gold lead in this bottom lane, now 2,200. The mid lane still up around 1,000, and you know, the Casio and Aphelios are going to be no slouches in these team fights with a triple front line. They have this massive beefy front line that's just going to make it easier for them to get their damage out.
All right, well, another fight now as FakeGod just gets another slam. Triple's trying to run away. Cooling is in, but he's always going to drop. Nice solo kill, and it makes me turn my attention to just 100 Thieves, because I think FlyQuest are almost always out of this game, and the goal for every player in every Academy roster is how to get into LCS or back into LCS. How much can I learn this year? How can I make my case? So to me, I'm like, okay, 100 Thieves, show us your shot calling. Show us cleanly closing the game out.
Yeah.
You've got 8 minutes to kill the Nexus. All right, I want to see the sub 30. You're winning by so much, this should be sub 30.
Yeah, and we'll see if they're going to be able to do that. I think they have a good shot at it. They're looking for a 20-minute Baron right now. We'll see if FlyQuest have anything to say about this one. FakeGod is on the move up, so if FlyQuest engage, FakeGod has the flank here.
JJ can go for a knockup, but he can't stop the smite that's going to be cleanly picked up there. And JJ, by the way, he engaged for no damage at all. The rest of the team was marked. There's the pick off. That's Fnatic dropping as well. And there was really no chance to stop that fight at all. Jungler nowhere to be seen in range. And Revenge gets a dunk. He gets some damage, and he gets killed yet again. 13 to 300 Thieves walking down the mid lane.
Yeah, they are getting slaughtered. Baron buff in for 100 Thieves. 2 minutes until they can grab an Ocean Soul, which is going to make this front line essentially impossible to kill when they are this far ahead already. We'll see how quickly they can look to close this one out. Even the experiences advantages are really coming across. So Ligo just going to zone triple off here. Really has been playing this one well.
And 3 levels up in support, but at least one almost everywhere else here. Looking pretty good as towards 4 and 5 fall as top and mid are knocked down.
I mean, a level 8 Rakan against a level 15 Aatrox, a level 14 Cassio.
Yeah, no.
Good luck ever doing anything, right? You're just too squishy, you're too far behind. JJ trying to look for the miracle play. You can't blame him. Everyone kind of knows that this game feels like it's pretty much wrapped up. It's got to be some sort of catastrophic defeat. 400 Thieves a couple times in a row. Instead, it is just the Baron. It is 3 more easy kills for 100 Thieves. And it's going to be the setup for this next dragon, which is pretty much all hope lost for FlyQuest.
But I still want to keep sort of 100 Thieves under a little bit of pressure here. Yes, they're selected to win. You are against 4 carries, though. You do not let them free farm for 20 minutes to catch back up into the game. You need to just crush all hope as fast as possible.
This could be a 1v2 if they look for that engage.
Yeah. Right now they're waiting for Ocean Soul, it feels like, right? They're 1 minute away. But the team is sort of waiting around the bottom river. They're not pushing in bot just yet. Fake God plays safely enough to not be caught out here as he keeps going for more. But now he could be a little bit surrounded, right? It's a 5v1 at this point. Everyone's here.
Yeah, the tough thing is the opponents still have Baron buff, right?
All right. Oh, flash, charm. Okay, a knockup. Stopwatch used. He's definitely dying for this one. GA's coming in a little bit later, but what do you get for that one? If you lose 1 kill, but you get a turret or 2, I take that trade. That seems fine. Bot tier 2 falls for the play.
Yeah, mid lane tier 2, I'm not sure if it was already down.
It was.
I think it was. But it's looking like it's going to be the bottom inhibitor tower here, potentially. It just depends. How long do they want to stay around? Mid and bot tower is getting very, very low. FlyQuest is just going to look for the engage bot.
They're going to try. Sentinel comes to the top, fix down as well. They're going to go for the big miracle play. The knock on the back line. Bristol might just drop. He's running back and he stays alive. 2 kills picked up. Cardassault might knock down 1, and it will be something, but it's nearly the ace. It's Fnatic against the world as Breezy has to get away from the turret, and he might burn, but he will live. There's the last kill. There is what would almost be the ace, and indeed it is, as Avenge had already, had dropped as well. So the ace comes in, 100 Thieves ready to push for the rest of it now. Said under 30, might be under 25. Middle hitter going to drop.
Yeah, I think they might just be looking to try to end it. They TP'd in Fake God, which signifies they just want to go for the end right now.
Well, the Hail Mary was sent, but it was intercepted underneath that bottom lane. 100 Thieves looking to knock down at least 1 turret, but you're right, they're playing it a bit back. That turret's going to drop. They're going to go for the reset. Ocean Soul is on the map. And don't lose anything on the way out now.
Yeah, we'll see if they can get over that Ocean Soul and grab it before FlyQuest can get up there.
Nice! Anchor! Doesn't matter that JJ lived, it looked cool.
Fnatic back up now, though, so they have kind of bought some time. They spent a lot of time going for that. So they go, gonna have to run, and Breezy is fairly low, so we'll see, is there any chance for FlyQuest to get out here? Because there's a lot of gold in the inventory, so the gold lead is lying to you a little bit, even just between mid and jungle. There's 4,000 plus gold sitting on this team, but no chance for FlyQuest to contest.
All right.
Ocean's going to be theirs, 13,000 gold lead is theirs. I think at this point with open bottom lane, you can pretty much just march it down and it feels almost unlosable.
Yeah. Just want it to be clean, that's all. All right, don't give them the opening. Don't take that fight where you go -2 and they pick up like the Baron control again. You've got to like work back from getting aced back. So last fight went well. It was a bit of a 4v5. Keep in mind, right? Fake God was dead at the start of that fight, and that it meant FlyQuest had the chance at 5v4ing. They got close to a couple of those kills. Yeah,
I mean, Bristol lived a really long time with that Scythe Pistol healing. That red gun does give you a lot of lifesteal, and he was kind of barely staying alive for a really, really long time. 100 Thieves, if they wanted to play it a little bit more cleanly, to be honest, they should have just backed off bot lane when 5 members are running for them, and Sligo was already working on the mid lane turret. That was a 5v3 when it started, right? So there wasn't really any reason to risk it, but it did end up working out, and sometimes that's how the games look when you have an enormous gold lead. You don't have to play perfect.
Yep.
But they are going to be corralling in these mini waves. 3 members up here on that top side looking to push in. The solo laners sticking together there in that mid lane, and they're going to look to knock down this top lane turret. No contest.
They're going to knock down the base. They're not waiting that minute for Baron. I like that choice. I think you use your gold lead. You go for the killer instinct here. Here's the hard engage, and here comes the flank for 100 Thieves. Looking to knock down Fake God. He's taking for a while, but they will finally burn him down. It's a 1-for-1 as Fnatic is dropped now as well. So Ligo in the back line. He's going to be forced to burn a stopwatch there. This could be a kill in Cassiopeia. Gets one kill back for his troubles. Now on a 3-on-3, they can chase down. And that is way too much damage. Mash still and left alive, hitting him with gold as now Contracts is here to chase. And he wins his 1v1. Sejuani wins this every time. Mash can try to kite, but he will never do enough damage. His team is ready to push down into the base. And yeah, he knows it's over. They're just going to dance back and forth. And it's going to be 100 Thieves winning the game. They're pushing into the Nexus. We know that what's happening. This is the exciting part. This one had some hope up in the air. Maybe Mash deals some damage. The game is gonna fall. 100 Thieves move up to 5-3 with a crushing victory over FlyQuest Academy.
You asked for sub 30, they gave us 27 minutes. Start to finish, felt like it was all 100 Thieves. They were looking really, really good throughout this one. Won the lanes, got more out of, I think, the composition, the scaling.
Yep.
And honestly, they just executed way better in the team fights. They were very well coordinated, denying JJ's engages, kiting backwards, then looking for the re-engage with the Sejuani and the Nautilus, not kind of losing track of some of those key cooldowns. And for FlyQuest, it's a rough one. That is now 5 of their last 6 they have lost.
Yeah.
As 100 Thieves continues to climb, and FlyQuest is continuing to fall.
FlyQuest are falling, but there is room to stop it. You still got 10 games to play, and you can make your way back up. 100 Thieves, though, looking pretty good on 5 wins here themselves. And I gotta say, that game really felt like jungle difference and bot difference right there. You know, that first gank obviously looked really good for Contracts, and they just really broke over the game through that bottom side of the map.
Yeah, I mean, the bot and jungle played great. I also think the soul laners deserve credit in this one.
Sure.
We did see Fake God have some fantastic flanks, making a difference in a lot of those team fights. And you know, Cassio, if you're able to farm even against Lucian, you're laughing. So
you give you credit for that one. So after the commercial break, we've got an interview with Prismo. So stay right here.
And we're back with Prismal of 100 Thieves Academy after a very strong-looking win. You were popping off that game, man.
I mean, I had a really strong game, but I think Aphelios is just a really broken champ right now.
You told me that you put quite a lot of time into that champion. What is it about your Aphelios that you feel makes him so strong?
I think it's just the fact that I definitely put in a lot of time to learn all the different combos that he has. And they're changing them next patch, which is, I think, better for everyone that plays him. But there are a lot of intricate things you can do that not a lot of people know about.
And then, of course, in general, this meta game has been quite interesting for the bottom lane. You clearly like Aphelios, but even though Senna's gone, did you like playing that champion, or...?
I was really, really bad at Senna. I think we played Senna last week, and I played Ornn. So I think that's a tell for how bad my Senna is, but I'm glad she's gone.
Well, on your bot lane, of course, Breezy, the newest player to this roster, basically brand new, at least a professional player, although has competed before. What's it been like playing with kind of a fresh support in bot lane?
I'm actually really happy to be playing with Breezy. I mean, Stun is a really knowledgeable support, and I'm glad to have gotten to work with him last year, but it's really nice to see someone that's like super motivated. He's also really, really good. I think he has a lot of skills, and he brings a lot to our team, and I'm just really happy to work with him.
And I feel like in general, your whole team's performance, but yours individually has been really good so far throughout this season, kind of continuing the strength the 100 Thieves have as defending champions. Is there anything that's been different for you to kind of continue to improve your play?
I think definitely for me, coming in last year, I was a newbie, rookie. I had a lot of things to work on, and I wasn't really that good at everything, but I just put in a lot of effort throughout the year and throughout off season to be the best version of me I can be, and I think that is really showing in my play this year.
Certainly have to agree. Congratulations on the win today, and thank you very much. I'm going to throw it back to the desk, though, to wrap up the day.
Thank you very much. Pace your time, and congratulations, Prismal, on the win. Again, as we wrap up the day, let's see how the teams stack up themselves. Big shock. Dignitas 7-0 in the Academy League, of course, but 100 Thieves up to 5-3 put them up near the top as well. Immortals have had a good run on the top as well.
Yeah, they have. Down on the bottom, TL and CLG struggling. Likewise in LCS.
It's familiar, yeah.
So maybe if TL starts doing well in the LCS, Team Liquid destined to rise in Academy too?
I think it's the Academy League that actually leads the charge. So next week, watch Academy Rush on Friday, and and also tomorrow, on Monday. And if that goes well, then TL's on the way up. Let's take a look at how the games have shaped up for tomorrow. As a reminder, tomorrow's Academy games start half an hour earlier, 1:30 p.m. Pacific, 4:30 p.m. East Coast time. Immortals Academy, 5-2 second place squad heads the day off. That'll be exciting to watch, see how they can shake up. Now for myself, the rest of the casters, the entire live broadcast crew, thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow for more LCS. Good night.